What's it like to be in law enforcement? And like you said, kick down a door at 3 a.m. for a child rapist, screw your gun in his ear, and watch him walk, and watch criminals walk. I mean, you know, it's not like you're quoting me statistics. You feel it, you've seen it, and I mean, what's that like emotionally?
I'll tell you, Brian, you know, I wasn't with Lewis and Clark, and I wasn't at Iwo Jima, and I wasn't at the Alamo. But my emotional mountaintop, I would never compare myself to those hero Marines on Iwo Jima. I'm just giving examples of outrageous, trying times. When I get off stage with my band, and I because I'm clean and sober, I'm like a radar. My whole life is like a purple rimmed dick. It doesn't miss anything. It loves the stimuli. It seeks stimuli. It cherishes stimuli. So I'm a real touchy guy, literally, and I hurt easy, and I respond easy because I really care. But the emotion of that positive, I'm referencing this because it's so universally, gloriously positive, but it is emotion. When I get off stage, I play the song and I finish the Stranglehold solo, when I finish the lyrics of Great White Buffalo, reminiscing the manifest destiny, both literal and figurative, I'm spent. I'm a puddle of sweat and emotion. I'm spent positively. We get done with these federal raids, you're on the cusp of crying, like when you bury your mother. You're about to burst. Because first of all, you went into the fire. These are the most evil people in the world, and they got guns because they don't go to the store to get the guns. Just like the guys in England, they don't go to the store to get the guns. They just get guns. The guys in Paris with the Kalashnikovs, they didn't buy those in France. Bad guys will have weapons. Universal truism. When you're done, you know that number one, you made a dent in evil, and multiple victims will not be victims because you stopped these guys. And you handcuffed them and took them away to a cage, at least for a while. You feel so good about what you did, but you can't be scared when you kick the door down, or your tactics will take a hit. You understand? You just have to be samurai. It's a moment of samurai. I'm Bruce Lee for at least a moment. Level of awareness, situational awareness, defensive capabilities. The safety's off. The finger's on the trigger. You've made the leap to take a life. You're already there. Even though I didn't take a life, that leap of emotion is so volatile. You sit around with the other commandos and you're having coffee at the IHOP at 10 a.m. after 12 hours of raids, and you kind of just sit there quiet, processing that you could have and probably should have died. So I've been to the mountaintop of positive emotion and celebration of the human experience, music, universal communication, a unification, celebrating this art, the pulse, the spirit of the music that isn't just my music, it's the music of them over all these lifetime of performing, that I've absorbed their spirit and their preferences and learned from the audiences. The taking on evil, I was going to say it's impossible to describe, but I think I'm doing a pretty good job. You're hurt inside and you're tired because you were prepared for the most intense conduct of a human being, and that is to take a life, to save lives. to neutralize evil, minimize, reduce, eliminate incremental evil to save the good. I think I'm expressing it pretty good, but it is a whirlwind. It's out of body. And even as I watch the looters and the rioters savaging people with boards and bricks and hammers and boots, because I've literally handcuffed those types of people, the hair on my arms just never go down. So I think I'm not as equipped as a full-time U.S. Marshal or the heroes of law enforcement. These guys do it full-time. I'm not full-time. I don't do those raids all the time. Boy, do I respect them more and more, because I've been in the lion's jaws. I wasn't just looking at the lion. I wasn't just hugging the lion. I was in his mouth. And it just, by the grace of God, he didn't clamp down on me. So I think I have those resources and peaking emotions to help guide my decision-making in life. And it ends up in my music. That's basically what the song Stranglehold is about. Standing your ground, standing up for what you believe in, the man in the arena. Fall down, get up and dust yourself off, never give up. The entrepreneur spirit, the commander warrior spirit that is alive and well in the shopkeeper, in the farmer, in the teacher, in the tech guy. It's in every imaginable pursuit. So I'm not presuming or assuming, I'm sharing. And again, there's gazillions of people that are better experienced and smarter than I am, but I pursue experience, and I pursue not just intellect, but pragmatic utilitarian intellect. Car breaks down, do you have the jack? Do you have some gloves? Do you have a spare tire? Do you have I'm just a farmer. I'm like Jeremiah Johnson and Daniel Boone with a guitar. So I live this rural farming, ranching, down to earth, grounded. One of the greatest compliments you could give someone, they give it to my children all the time. You know, your son is really grounded, Ted. He's what a down to earth guy. What does that mean? Probably you were sharing with me how you worked on your Mustang with the 302 and your mom noticed your dirty hands. Dirty hands means you're down to earth. I just planted a big crop and I just worked on my tractor and I just played my guitar and I just ran my trap line with my dog. So I'm down to earth. You'd be hard pressed to find somebody you'd want around if you encountered problems in life than me, because I'll be there. I use the term blood brother. I work with the Native Americans forever. They've adopted my Great White Buffalo song as their theme, their spiritual song. Down to earth. I'm an Aborigine in 2020. I'm high tech with Brian across the pond on my laptop in my barn, but I still had to get the raccoon blood out of my fingernails this morning.